Hey guys, welcome back to Quickpro Designs, and today I just want to show you guys how easy it is to design posters and flyers in Coreldraw. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. I'm guessing that you guys know how to create a new document in Coreldraw. If you don't know how to do that, first thing you want to do is go to File, click New, and then you just want to select your primary color and then your sizes, which I made mine 1080 by 1080 in pixels. And then resolution, I set it to 300. Once you're done, you click OK on that. This is going to be used as the practical to teach you guys how to design the flyers and posters. The first thing that you want to make sure is you want to make sure that you have all your elements that you want to use to design the poster or the flyer. Okay, so I have everything on board. So let's jump straight into it. Okay, so all you want to do is we want to start with the first shapes, meaning we want to start with the shapes underneath. So let's start with the yellow, the image in the background, logo at the top. So what we want to do is you want to select the rectangle tool in Corel, and then you want to drag it to fit on your canvas. Remember, the canvas is 1080 by 1080. Once we have that, you want to go ahead and look for the color that you want to use. So in Coreldraw, you have your colors on the right hand side. What you can do is if you left click hold the color, you're gonna get more options. So let's say I want to go with this color. If you don't like this color, what you can do is use the color picker tool to click on any color that you feel like you want to use. So for instance, if you want to use this orange or yellow here, I'm gonna click on it and then paste it right here. So what we want to do is take away the outer line, the black line around the shape. So all we have to do is bear in mind that left click is for filling in the color, and then right click is for filling in around the edge color, which is the contour line. So if I click left click while the shape is selected, you see it fills in. If I right click on this, as you can see, it changes the color around it, the outline. So right now we want to fill in and then take away. Okay, so take away, you use this right here. Okay, so we're done with that. Let's jump straight into it. We're going to be very quick with this tutorial, but I'm going to make sure that you actually understand how to do it. Okay, so we've created the base color, and then what we want to go ahead and do is also in Coreldraw, you can double click on the rectangle tool and then to automatically fill the whole thing with the shape. Fill your whole canvas with the shape. And then I'm going to use gray for now so we can tell the difference. Okay, so then what we want to go ahead and do, select the rectangle tool again. We want to create the shape around here, right? So all we have to do is drag it maybe like this much. Let's say we drag it this much, right? Yeah, I'm happy with that. And we want to round the edges. So anytime a shape is selected, you get different options at the top that pops up. So for instance, if I select this image, you're not gonna get the rounded edges because that shape is not that element is not a shape, right? And it's basically also curved. So if your shapes are not curved, you're gonna get this options to round them off. If I right click and then I convert to curves, you see they go away. But once it's curved, once I create a new and it's not curved, you're gonna get the options to round the edges. So right now we want to round the edges. I'm just gonna make it maybe like, let's say 5, or let's go further. Let's make it maybe 50. Okay, and I like to work in millimeters, so let's go right here, make sure nothing is selected. You go to your units and then you select millimeters. Okay, so in millimeters, I'm gonna make this 4. Okay, perfect. So what we want to do again is color pick this color because this is our reference. So we're gonna stick to it and then remove the black around it. See, right away it's gone. And then what we want to do is, remember at the top here it's white. So what we want to do is always start from the very edges Okay, that's perfect for me. And then fill it with white. Okay. Okay, so we got our base layers, and then what we want to do from there on is let's create that orange shape in there, right there. So what we want to do, the same thing, right? And then fill it with the orange, and then shape it around it. Okay, let's go more. Let's make it 5. Okay, and then I'm gonna remove the contour line, the black around it. Okay, so once that's done, what you want to do is once you select the shape, you see this transformation around them. So what we want to do is that X in the middle, that's the center. If you put the mouse in the middle to show you the center, so what we want to do is hold it and make sure that you move it around inside the shape. When it says center, drop it. And then what you want to do is drag it while you're holding shift so that it can be straight in the middle. See? To be straight in the middle, and then we're gonna drop it right here. So this one, I think let's make it more. Let's make it maybe say 6. Right? I'm happy with that. Okay. So once that's done, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my logo at the top. If your logo is not showing when you put it there, that's because it's underneath all the layers. What you want to do is right click on it, go to order, and then choose to front of page, right? So if you bring front of page, now it's on top of everything, right? Perfect. Okay. So one thing that I also like to do is work with guidelines. So guidelines helps you maintain everything. Um, which is perfect. If you want things to stick to the guidelines, what you can do is you can actually make sure that nothing is selected, and then you go to snap tool, and then you just make sure everything is checked. So now when I drag anything, as you can see it's sticking to everything. So for instance, if I bring it here, you see that it's going to stick to things. For instance, if I do this, see, it's sticking to them. So right now I want to bring it here. Yeah, that's perfect. I'm just gonna eyeball this, which I hope you guys actually do understand what the guidelines are for. Okay. So right now I'm gonna select that shape, and then I'm gonna drag them holding shift, right? So that it's perfectly in line. If I don't hold shift, it's gonna be like this. Once I hold shift, you see it's going to be in the straight line, whether horizontally or vertically. Okay, so I'm going to leave it right here like that, which is perfect for me. And then what we want to go ahead and do, as you guys can see, I came prepared with all my elements, right? So I'm going to do the same thing for this one. Make sure it's in front of page. And then I'm just going to leave it right here. All right. Okay, so I've got all the most important stuff, the elements, so that we don't have to waste time, right? So now let's add our image. So this is the image that I'm going to use. So this image, since I put this shape right here, what I want to do is I want the character to show. So I'm going to select the character, and then right here, I'm going to switch horizontally, mirror horizontally. Then I'm going to make it like that. So we're gonna right click on here, and then go to power clip inside, click on it, and then the shape here, the gray part, we're gonna clip it inside. Right. So once that's clipped inside, there are two things that you can do to select that image inside, because now that it's inside, if you try to click on it and move it, it's gonna move that whole shape. So there are two things. Once that shape is selected, what you want to do is either click edit, and so you can edit any element inside there, right? Or what we can also do is we can hold alt and then click inside it. See, not hold alt and click there's no image or anything here. The image is right here. So I'm gonna hold alt, click that, and then it's selected inside, and then I can just drag it like that. Okay, can just drag it like that. Okay, so now let's say I'm happy with that. Okay, we're just gonna keep it very short and simple. Let's say I'm happy with that. Now, what you want to go ahead and do is now your text, right? So the best way to work with text is when you're designing these things, you need to make sure that you have the font that you want to use and the text size, the thickness, and everything. Basically, the font family. So what I like to use is I like to use so if you're looking for the text text tool, you look for this A, you select it, it's gonna pop up like this, and then what you want to do is click right here, and when it pops up, you select the font that you want to use for your design, right? Yeah, I have this habit of running lots of programs in the background. So, and I have lots of fonts, like really lots. So what I want to use this Poppins font. I'm going to choose artistic for now. Okay. So what we want to do is we want to fill in that info right here. So it says now open. Okay, so let me do this. Change the font size to maybe like 10 for now. Okay. So it says now open for registration. Okay. So what I like to do is when I'm working from the right hand side, I make sure that the text is set to the right, and I'm going to change the font size once again. See, when I changed it to the right side, to align from the right, you see when I switched or changed the text size, it actually stick to the right hand side. If I didn't do that, and then let's say I switch to the left, then it's going to move from the line and do something like maybe say see like that. So that's why I like to stick to the side that I like to align from the side that I'm actually working from. So right now I make sure that this sticks to the right hand side, and then the color wise I'm gonna change it to the purple, because bear in mind we're working with that. So what I want to do right now is I want to copy paste, so Control C on the keyboard and then Control V to paste, right? That works all over the board for Windows shortcuts. So I'm gonna drag it. Remember, dragging on straight lines, whether vertically or horizontally, you hold a shift. In Coreldraw, you hold a shift, right? And then what we want to do is we want to fill in the website. So let's say if the website is Mr. Quickpro dot co.za, right? Okay, so I'm gonna make this one a little bit bigger. So let's say I make that a 8, right? Then make the logo a little bit smaller. Okay, then the logo, what I want to do is use this font. Okay, so if you're working in Coreldraw and you zoom in and your text is looking a little bit pixelated, what you want to do is go to view and then choose enhanced. Okay, as you can see the difference, right? So let's go back to it. Yeah, so at the top everything is looking great. So what I'll actually like to do is let's go in here and then bring this white. I'm gonna bring it a little bit to the top so we can see more of the girl. Okay, so this is why it's important to work with shapes so that you can always adjust them. Okay, so once that's done, as you guys can see, I've got 8 here, I've got 6 here, and then this font is quite smaller that compared to that, as we can see. So what I want to do is right now is remember we're working strictly with this font, right? So copy and then paste. And then what I want to do is change that to white, right? Okay, and then I'll also once again copy paste this text right here, and then I'm going to use it for the load text right here. Okay, so what I want to do is make sure that this one is aligned to the left. Okay, so we want to make this one online school admission. I'm gonna teach you guys something about the um making your text capitals, just in case you by mistake made it um say small letters, or you made a mistake when you type in mixed small letters with capital letters and everything. So for instance, let's say I did that by mistake and then I type maybe say like this, right? I made this. Okay, so what you want to do is make sure your text is selected. You go to text, right? Then you go to change case. Once you go to change case, you can select any of these here. So for instance, title case, we'll make this like this. And then this one, right now I'm working the uppercase, so I'm going to change everything to be like this, right? And then one other thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to change, let's make it extra bold and see. Okay, cool. As you guys can see, we're trying to work according to what we have right here. So right now, what I can see is they made these ones, they tried to make it almost into like a box. So what we want to do is we want to adjust, highlight these two, right? But I actually like it like this, but just in case you want to make it exactly like that, what you want to do is highlight those, and then maybe we change it to like say if we change it to 16, and then we want to change this to maybe like say a 10, right? Or 11. That's okay. And then what I want to do is choose this icon here, click on it, and then you click full adjust, right? As you can see, so the spacing between this is too much, so I'm gonna try 15 here. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that. So as you guys can see, this font is now 11, this is 15, which it makes it all, perfect. And then the next thing we want to do, remember, always work with guidelines. If you work with guidelines, it makes everything easier for you. And then what we want to do is we want to change that. So always and anytime that you scale anything or transform anything in Corel or any design program, what you want to do and don't want to do. So let's start with the do's. What you want to do is when you transform, drag from the corners. All right. So we drag from the corners like that. And then what you don't want to do is you don't want to drag from like the middle parts like this. Otherwise you distort them unless it's actually part of your design, So right now I want to go with fonts like this. So I get here and it's like 4. So let me stick with like maybe 5. Let's see, align to the left, stick with like maybe 5. Yeah, I'm gonna be happy with 5, I think. Yeah. So right now what we want to do is we want to create lots of text like this, right? So if you want to create lots of text like this, the first thing that you want to do is what we can do, I can copy this whole, I can do this, select the text, right click on the text, and then convert to paragraph text, right? Once you convert to paragraph text, as you can see, we get a whole different type of ball game right here. Just gonna say ball game. Sounds cool. Okay, so I'm gonna copy this text, right? And then I'm just gonna copy paste them, as you guys can see. As you guys can see, it's quite, it's coming along. But you guys can see the difference between paragraph text and artistic text. So for artistic text, I can't drag it like that for it to all align equally. Paragraph, I can drag these. It's almost like in a text box. So I can drag it like that. And then everything is gonna align smoothly, right? So what I can see is this font size is not working for us, so I'm gonna make it 4.5. Okay, and then right here I'm gonna put more in here. Okay, then let me drag this down and see. Okay, so as you guys can see, it's working perfectly. Then I'm gonna make it fully adjust, and then I'm just gonna drag right here. Okay, yeah, let's just say I'm happy with that, right? So as you guys can see, everything is coming along perfectly. If I zoom out, and next to the percentage, so the percentage is for zooming in and out, right? So let's say if I make it 10%, it's like that. If I make it like, let's say 50, 75, otherwise you can just scroll like that. But what I wanted to say is next to the percentage and zoom in panel, on the right hand side of it is the preview. So anytime you're designing and you want to preview full screen, you just click on that and it's going to preview for you. If you want to go back, you can just click escape. And once we got this all done, what I want to do right now is I want to copy and then paste. Then I'm going to bring it right here, drag until it says center, change this to center alignment, and then we want to type in here join now. Okay, so the join now, what I want to do is I want to change it to say maybe a bold, I'm gonna change it to a bold, semi-bold. Yeah, I think I like the bold. I'm just gonna zoom in. It's in the center. I'm happy with that. It stands out vividly. Let's preview once again and see. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Okay. I don't want to take lots of your time, but I'm gonna try and be quick from here on because we basically covered all the basics that you need in order to design something like this, right? If I was doing this on my own, I would have been done long ago, but since this is a tutorial, I'm trying to take my time so you guys do understand. Okay, so once again, what we're gonna do, I'm gonna copy paste. Let's use this one because I feel like it's bolded here already. So let's use that, copy paste, and then I'm gonna bring it right here. Remember, the reason why we use snap to is because it literally snaps to everything, right? So I put it on the right hand side guideline. So I'm gonna adjust this to right, and then it says a great place for education. Okay, I'm just gonna bring this up a bit, then let's drag it out a bit. Okay, the spacing is too much, so I'm just gonna make it like this. And then this, I'm gonna bring a guideline here so that I make sure that this is on a straight line with the bottom part of the shape right here. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to make it italic just like they've made it here. But all in all, if I was doing this, I'll just make it normal. But let's follow the procedure. So once that's done, I'm just going to see, it's like 13, so I'm gonna make it like 14. Okay, so that's perfect. And then what I want to do next, I'm going to copy paste this once again. So it's all about sticking to the format, using the same font so you don't make it look ugly. So there are two of them here. So what I want to do is I want to copy paste right here, then bring one. Remember, every time that I move something in a straight line, I hold shift. So right now I'm going to change this one to colors. Okay, one thing I forgot to do is make it stick to the left, remember, because we're working from this side. So colors to know, colors to know more. Okay, so one thing that I notice is this text is very small. So what I want to do is I want to check how small these ones are again, 4.5, but it's not as small as those. So let's make it maybe a 6. Okay, I think that's perfect. Then I'm gonna change this to, let's say, okay, we forgot that again, to the left, align to the left. So let's make it say 2, 7, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I'm happy with that. As you guys can see, everything is coming along great. So we want to work in a straight line. So I'm going to copy from here rather. Okay, so I'm going to copy these two. All right, just like that. Okay, I see they have this line on the right hand side here. So I'm going to teach you guys how to make those so that you can use it in future when you want to design or when you're practicing with this tutorial. Okay, so bear in mind in Coreldraw, if any time that a shape or any element is selected, you can also move it with the arrows on the keyboard, right? So right now, we've got, let's say the top part is the thickest. So I'm going to make that maybe like, say, that's a 8. Yeah. Okay. And then I'm going to take off the boldness, then make it like a 5. Okay. Let's stick to the right and make sure this one also sticks to the right. Okay. Let's make that a 5 and then make this a 5 as well. Okay. Okay. So let's just say, batch 1 is a special price 1. Annually, because I can't see what is written there. Okay, I'm happy with that. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to bring this a little bit down, and then I'm gonna change that to maybe like, let's say, the 6. Yeah, I think the 6 will do. And it says batch 2, right? Let's just delete those. We don't need that. And then what I want to do is you want to look for those two right here, the two-point line, and then we can zoom in right here, and then we just drag from here to here. All right, so make sure that that's selected, and then you right click on this color here. Okay, and so yeah, it's coming along perfectly. So once that's done, you can highlight all of them and then copy. All right, we're gonna copy that and then paste that, and then we're gonna shift drag it. Okay, so that they all have same following and everything, same procedure, and then we can drag them just a little bit down. Okay, so it follows the same procedure. Okay, and then we can just change here. Okay, can change this one to monthly. Okay, so as you can see, everything came along great. We finished it. Let me just make this a little bit bigger. Yeah, otherwise we finished the whole flyer. And let me just preview this to height. And let's preview this. As you guys can see, everything is looking great. Let's compare it to, okay, let's compare it to this one. Yeah, I'm happy with it. I don't know about you guys, but I'm really happy with it. A few adjustments we could do is just to bring this a little bit down, like right here, right? Then bring this a little bit down right here. Okay. Yeah, and then if anything else you want to do, you can add on. So for instance, if you want to add gradient onto this, you click G on make sure this shape is selected, click G, or you can go right here at the bottom and select the interactive fill. Okay, and then you just drag holding shift up, or you can even leave shift, because shift is for making everything straight. Otherwise you can even tilt it to the side or something like that. All right, so right now I'm gonna leave it straight and then change the color to say this yellow. Right. Okay, I'm gonna make it this yellow so you guys can see what I'm talking about. And then select this shape and then click the G, right, for the gradient tool, interactive fill. And then once that's selected, you're gonna see this options here. That's for the gradient. And then you wanna look for the copy fill. Then you just click on that and then you select this shape. And then it's gonna copy the gradient from here to that shape. Okay. So even if we were to give this one a little bit of gradient, we'll do the same thing, right? Drag up. Now what we want to do is we want to make sure we select the white part, and then I'm just gonna do this. As you guys can see, it really pops up. It makes everything stand out, right? Yeah, but otherwise, there's one of the process to design a flyer or a poster in Coreldraw. As you guys can see, everything looks great. It's legit. If you wanted to, we could literally make this a little bit bigger, and then yeah, I feel like this one is way better. And then you could also do this for these ones. I like to work with my guidelines, so we stick to, the guidelines. So yeah, right here, I'm gonna make this 16.5. Then this one is, let's say 9. Let's see the difference. Okay, and then this is a 7. Yeah, otherwise I'm happy with it. See, everything came out great, as you guys can see. Yeah, but otherwise, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you found this very easy. I tried to be as slow as possible. If there is any comments or any questions, if you want to leave comment for me, leave it in the comment section. If you have any questions, you can ask it in the comment section. I do reply. Yeah, and also please do take your time to hit the subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up if you like the video, and a thumbs down if you didn't enjoy the video. Any critics that you have, please leave them in the comment section, and I'll get back to you guys. Thanks a lot for watching. I enjoyed it. Cheers. Bye bye.